Hi everyone, it's Alisha from Wayne Public Library. Today I have a science and stories for you all about rain. Our book today is going to be Raindrops Roll, and then we're going to do a fun sciencey experiment called Rainbow Rain. All right, let's get started. Raindrops Roll by April Pulley Sayer. As I read the text from this book, I'll also be adding some interesting science information to go along with the pictures. Rain is coming. You can feel it in the air. Clouds are made of water vapor, water droplets, ice crystals, and a dash of dust. A cloud's water droplets and ice crystals scatter light, giving clouds their white or gray tint. The tiny water droplets in a cloud must come together to form bigger, heavier drops before they fall as rain. Dust helps this happen. The sky darkens with a storm. Snowflakes or ice crystals may fall from the cloud and reach the ground still frozen, or as they fall, they may warm and melt to become raindrops. Raindrops, even in summer, typically start as snow or ice high up in the clouds. Insects take cover. A firefly below a leaf. A fly inside a pod. Rain plops, it drops. It patters. It splatters. As raindrops fall, they may bump into one another and form bigger drops, or they may thin and break apart. Raindrops vary in size from about 0.5 milliliters to 4 milliliters. Rain waters and washes and weighs down. It thuds, makes mud, it fills, it spills. Raindrops travel. They are part of a vast system called the water cycle. Some raindrops drip off plants and animals and flow downhill into creeks, then rivers, then the ocean. Rain stops. Yet raindrops remain. They gather, they glob together, raindrops spangles mark angles. They cling to curves and cover cocoons. Water wets many surfaces. It spreads out and soaks in, but some leaf surfaces are waxy and repel water. On these, raindrops settle as blobs. In the world of beetles and roly-polies and ants, water can be downright sticky. A water droplet can stick to a butterfly's antennae. It can be very hard for a small insect to shake off a big drop of water. Yet these creatures also need water. An ant may stop to take a drink by sticking its mouth into a raindrop as big as its head. Raindrops settle, they slip, they dot, they drip. Raindrops aren't really the tear shape shown in cartoons and diagrams. Water molecules are attracted to one another. They cling together to make a sphere shape, the most closely packed shape they can form. The sphere flattens on the bottom as it falls through the air. A large drop may also be flattened where it rests on a flat surface, such as a leaf. They magnify. Think about eyeglasses, a camera lens, or a magnifying glass. They all have curved surfaces. They are all clear. Light passes through them. A raindrop has these qualities too. Its inner and outer surfaces bounce, bend, and transmit light, making whatever is beneath it appear larger. And mingle and moisten. Raindrops reflect. In some of this book's photos, you can see reflections of a tree, a leaf, a flower, or the camera's flashes. The surfaces of a raindrop can reflect light the way a mirror does. They bounce light back towards the viewer. Look at a raindrop and you may even see yourself. They reveal. Raindrops highlight what is real. They linger in lines, and when the sun shines, raindrops slowly dry. Raindrops also go through a process called evaporation. The sun heats the water in a puddle or on a leaf. That heat helps the water turn from a liquid into a gas, water vapor. The invisible water vapor rises up from the puddle or leaf into the sky to form clouds. Then it may become raindrops once again. I hope you enjoyed this book. I really love the pictures in it. If you have time, one day after it rains, go outside. Look at the raindrops. Look how they magnify things, make things look different. Maybe even get a magnifying glass and look at them closely yourself. All right, so next, let's start our science experiment. Before trying this experiment at home, be sure to ask your parents for permission. If you want to follow along with our rainbow rain experiment today, you're going to need a few items. You want to find a tall glass or cup and fill it about 3/4 of the way full with water. You're going to need some shaving cream, the foaming
and
type,
as always,
optionally, you can
and
place
you're going to
something
need
down
some
to catch
food
any
coloring.
mess that you might make. Spray a layer of shaving cream on top of your water. Add a few drops of food coloring to the shaving cream. Add more colors to make a rainbow effect. Wait patiently and some of the dye will start swirling into the water below. As always, when you're done with your experiments and crafts, be sure to clean up. So I hope you all had a lot of fun, and hopefully I'll see you again soon.